that was annoying. YouTube just completely stopped the old stream, so I had to start a new one. I'll wait till some people rejoin. Or I don't know if it was YouTube or my phone, really, because this phone is crappy. That kind of thing's been happening a lot with this phone. Welcome back. The stream cut out. Don't know what happened. It's annoying. Crappy phone messing up. I'll wait till some more people join. We just lost like 9 people in here. Stream just cut out, so I'm waiting for everyone to rejoin, or at least a couple people if they realize what happened, because I couldn't get the old stream restarted, even though usually I can do that. YouTube just crapped out, or my phone did. Oh boy. Anyways, yeah, I don't have much more to say on that last subject. I should go walking more tonight. I'm trying to lose weight so bad. And I'm just cutting back on my calories majorly. Now I'm getting to the point where I do kind of miss having a gym to go to, because my body's getting worn out of burpees. And so I had to take a break from them today, I decided finally. Because normally I can do them 3-4 days in a row, you know? But I needed a rest from them, and I just did pull-ups and dips. And it'd be good if I had weights to do other stuff. Anyways, but you can do a lot of stuff with just body weight and your arms, like shoulder raises like this, you know, stick your arms out to the side. You do those, it's actually a good workout. Alright, we got some people back here. The stream cut out. I don't know what happened. I mean, other than YouTube messed up and my phone messed up. And I couldn't restart it. It just, normally what I do to resume the stream, I'd just go back to hit the live stream button, and it would say, you have a stream going, do you want to resume it? And I would, but this time it wouldn't let me. It just made me start a new stream. Loud music's annoying. Why do they have to hit the bass like that? Click like, everyone. Helps the video out. Yeah, so I'm realizing I may just have to apply for anything. Like anything that's remotely decent. I'm not going to do customer service. No way. Because if a customer gives me shit, I'd be like, fuck it. You know, I quit, because I really don't need the job. Once I make enough money from a few weeks there, I'm good for a while. And I'm saying that because I realize, you know, of the jobs I applied to, they're probably getting hundreds of applications. And even if I get an offer from one of them, it might be a week or two before I hear from them, and I really need something quick. So, you know, Amazon is another place to consider, even though they've had outbreaks of disease there. FedEx, again, outbreaks of the Trump virus there. But what can I do? I have to keep my options open because I need to make money. Yeah, thank you, Don. Yes, everyone thumbs up. The last stream just cut out, so I just had to restart it. I was feeling better with the DPDR today, depersonalization, derealization disorder, a lot better. I slept well last night, that helped for one thing. And I was just feeling a little twinge of like, oh, I really feel like myself for a little bit. Now the thing is, I felt so good, I got kind of hyper about it, and it kind of made me distracted and then dissociated slightly. But I'm getting better, so that's the good thing. Sleeping well helps. I realize I do need sleep. You know, I watch people who I know don't sleep much. They always get up at the same time or whatever, and it's like I admire that, and I wish I could do it myself. And I do. I mean, I do get up early regardless every day now. Again, I always stay lying down until like 5:15 or 5:30 or so, a little too late. I want to get up right at 4:40 when I have my alarm set. By the way, the alarm on this phone is nice. Unlike the last one, I can just pick sounds of birds chirping. So it almost sneaks up on me, like I don't realize it's an alarm. Like, that's nicer than the chimes or whatever that I used to get on my old phone. But the thing is, if I don't sleep enough, it affects my mind badly. And it's not just that I'm tired or not, it makes me manic, sort of. And it's not good for my dissociative disorder. I can't deal with that. So yeah, I am feeling better today, actually. Not 100% improvement. I'm looking forward to being 100% better, but it's quite an improvement. Um, Still getting there. Yes, I know what triggers me. I don't want to get into that because even talking about it can be triggering, but just the sense of being numb, I guess, in a way, and not being connected to movies and religious delusions. Those are a big thing. But now that I'm already in it, it's like I'm already triggered, into my dissociative symptoms. About 8 months now, but I'm getting a lot better overall. It hits phases and stuff, and I may have another flare up of symptoms, as much as I dread imagining that. But yeah, as somebody said, what was it? Argan oil? Argan oil. Aragon. Argan oil, and it keeps the hair natural. I'll think about that. I don't have any money for it right now, but if I get a job, I'll consider stuff like that. And it's just to keep the hair out of my face, It gets in my face when I'm driving and stuff. It's annoying. And I don't feel like cutting it. Even if I had the money, I don't think I would. I'm like, I'll just let it grow. It doesn't bother me now. So it bothered me a lot to have it long when I was at the gym and I would sweat my ass off. And I still sweat my ass off a lot when I work out, but it just doesn't bother me as much. I don't know. Maybe the gym was stressing me out. Yeah. And also, I do want to make money. I really want to be able to have a co-working space where I can rent a desk and work. As much as Sunspace is great, I love being there. It's like, I don't know, at a certain point I just feel like I'm an adult. I got to be able to get my own place if I need it, place to work. I would still like to use Sunspace, but yeah, I'd like a co-working space as well, just to have it. And you don't even necessarily have 24-hour access to one when you do that, but it might have like a lounge and a sort of kitchen area with at least a microwave or something. So that kind of thing, that would be good to have. Even though I can heat up food at the Sunspace. I'm thinking, by the way, should I get like a crock pot or something? Because think about it, that would be a way to cook, right? I was just thinking about that. I read someone say that. I'm like, wait a minute. I could just plug in a crock pot and bake vegetables and stuff, right? Like, what can you cook in that? I know people cook rice in that. I don't understand the difference between a rice cooker and a crock pot. But if I got a cheap crock pot, could I just plug it into Sunspace and make my own healthy food? I gotta look up crock pot recipes, and also how much does a crock pot cost? I don't have any money for one. I have like $59 in the bank. There's no money for that right now. Hey Drone Nation, I'm doing all right, actually. Doing a lot better. I read the script to Florida Project, which was great. I'm still a little numb, sort of dissociated, but I was getting better overall. Got a little hyper, got distracted, saw a movie. It was real crappy, but it's even good that I could judge it as crappy. Then I had to leave Sunspace. I got my speakers on my laptop working finally. The EQ was messed up. It was called the normalization. EQ was messed up and it dropped the audio levels. For whatever reason, it was automatically disengaged. So I just had to recheck it. So after months of having the volume way too low on my laptop, even at the max level, now it's louder again. Thank goodness. So I could watch free movies on YouTube. And yeah, it was a crappy movie, and that's fine. And then I was upset because I hadn't written anything yet. Basically, I got a lot of writing done on my screenplay already, and I wanted to take a break and then do some more studying and go back to it. So I'm reading more screenplays now. I retyped out the screenplay to Adventureland, but I was like, I don't like that I didn't write today. So I wrote 2.5 pages in my notebook, trying to crack a story. All kinds of weird shit going on around me. Click like, everyone, by the way, helps the video out, because the jobs, I'm not hearing back anything. I know it's only been 2 or 3 days, but I'm realizing, oh yeah, they probably have hundreds of people applying. They may not even get back to me at all. So I gotta keep applying, and the thing is, there's not a lot of stuff I want. And the warehouse stuff, it's damn hard work. Your boss may be riding you hard and stuff, being a jerk, but it's like, I gotta get something. Even if it's full-time, fuck it. I'm gonna start applying to full-time stuff. Even if it's for Amazon, as much as I hate the idea of working for them, I'd much rather not work for them. but I'll keep it in mind. I'll keep open to it, because I need something to make money right now. That's also why I'm doing YouTube. This helps me. I make some money on it, but I want it to be a full-time job. It could help. Sometimes it helps to take a day and recharge the batteries. Yeah. Happy you're having a good day. Thank you. Portable heater. I don't want to do that. That sounds like a lot of work. Portable heater. But what is a crock pot exactly? By the way, you know I never used a microwave until I was like 23. Didn't have one growing up. We lived in a pretty good neighborhood growing up, but the 2 microwaves my parents ever got as a kid were both stolen out of our house before we could ever use them. One, I think, yeah, my mom left it on the porch before she was going to put it in the kitchen, and it was just stolen. And then the other one, she put it on the porch, and it was a back porch. You know, you've seen it in videos. So there's a locked door on it. I don't know if she always locked it, though, back then when I was a kid. And first, somebody came in, and they must have gotten a knife, cut the cord on it, so the cord was broken. And then a few days later, they stole it. Also, there was this big white sort of like leather storage, like coffin. I don't know how you describe it. Like a big box, but it was like covered in white leather. Somebody carved it up with a knife. I think we thought it might have been like Boy Scouts in the neighborhood, because I think some Boy Scouts got in trouble for slashing the tires of postal trucks in our neighborhood, which post office, there's another disaster now if that goes away. Pressure cooker is quicker. Pressure cooker is faster. That's what people are saying. Okay, see, I don't even know the difference. That's what I was thinking. I knew there was another thing that was kind of like it. And a rice cooker is different, right? But why is it called a rice cooker? Can you literally only cook rice in it? But I'm thinking this could be a good idea, especially, first of all, if I'm in a co-working space, if I have a crock pot and I can plug it in, because they're not going to have a stove there for me to cook on. And if I'm allowed to use it, but at sun space I could use it. If I could just plug it in, and then I could actually buy vegetables and stuff, and basically all I would make is like rice. I don't know, what could you cook? Potatoes in it? But I would want to cook rice, maybe chicken if that's safe to cook in there. I don't know, let me know. But bell peppers. So basically bell peppers, rice, that's it, I guess. If I could cook all those in there. And that would be good, and it would, first of all, lower calories, fill me up, healthy, whole foods. It's not just fucking sardines, oatmeal, and peanut butter every day, but it also means I could buy fairly cheap food that fills me up, because right now I'm not getting food that fills me up. I'm getting fucking sardines and peanut butter, because it's cheap. Wow, you can cook pressure cooker. You can cook rice and chicken with that, and bell peppers. There you go, pressure cooker. I gotta get that. It only took me fucking a year and 8 months of being homeless before I realized, get a pressure cooker. Okay, how much do they cost? Someone look one up. That's amazing. If I can cook that and have fucking decent meals, holy shit. Thank you, Drone Nation. Oh my goodness, this could change my life. And mushrooms, those are super healthy. And a lot of this stuff I can get at the food bank. They do have a lot of vegetables there. It depends, the day to day, what they get donated. They used to have more, and now it's more limited selection, but I don't give a shit. I'll get whatever. But also, I have my food stamp card, and I can get stuff with that. Again, the money all goes super quick, but it would be fantastic to eat vegetables. When I lived in my house in Arlington, I eat bell peppers almost every day, and that's part of how I got down 159 pounds. Yeah, that would be fantastic. Now, again, I can't even afford a $10 crock pot right now, but especially if I get a job, if I get some money coming in, that would be good. Even if I could just use it in the break room at my job, even if I'm after work, if I just hang out there, that would be awesome. Salmon, that's a great one. Yeah, salmon, super healthy. Expensive, though. Maybe I'll get tilapia. That's the cheaper fish. Oh, no, wait. What am I thinking? They have fish at the food bank. I forgot, because I don't cook anything. So I never bothered looking at the chicken and fish there, but they have a big selection of chicken and fish. That would be awesome. Oh man, why didn't I just think of it? I've been going to Sunspace for 4 months during the pandemic. I never thought get a pressure cooker and cook. They have that electric tea kettle there, so I heat up water for ramen noodle soups, and now I use this thing so I get them cheaper. Like this I got at the food bank, but once I ate the noodles that were in this, I just reuse this every day. So now instead of getting the cups of soup, I'll get the cheaper, the just plastic bag of ramen noodle soup or whatever the other one. They're like Japanese noodles. I got chow mein today at the food, not the food bank, the grocery store. Since I got my food stamp card reloaded, I said, okay, great. I'm getting a bunch of the cheapest stuff, noodles and sardines. But I'll put them in there. And but that's the thing. It's just making hot water. It's not the same as being able to actually. You can't cook stuff inside it. So it's not the same as that. So if I could get a pressure cooker, I'm waiting on you, Drone Nation. What's it cost? I'm hungry for pressure cooker cooked salmon and rice and bell peppers. Oh, that'd be so healthy and filling. Finally have good clean bowel movements, not like the nightmare one I had today. Rice cooker, $20? It's $20 for a pressure cooker. Wait, is a rice cooker the same as a pressure cooker, though? Okay, there's one for $56. Okay, so, yeah, I'd be willing to get a pricier one once I got a job. That's the thing. They're not the same thing. Okay. No, I can't go to Sunspace 24/7. I can be there overnight and stuff, but I gotta sleep. And, they do have other stuff going on there. So there are other people who use it, and they do live streams there. Which, by the way, check out the live streams. Go to Sunspace's social media. Please support them. I'm asking you to, not just because the owner is nice to me, and I love the place and it helps me out, but they're shut down for the quarantine. The only way they can survive is if they have people watching their streams and donating to them. So follow them on social media. Just look up Sunspace on Facebook and Instagram. That's where they're on. They're not on Twitter. And every Tuesday night at, or I should say Wednesday morning at midnight. How do people describe Tuesday night into Wednesday morning at midnight Eastern time, so 9 p.m. Pacific? On Tuesdays, they have their Unusual Tuesdays live stream on Twitch, and Thursdays they have their jazz shows. So please watch and support them, because if they go under, if they can't run, then I don't have that place to go to anymore. Solar panels expensive too, and those charge really slowly, because think about it, you got to have a big surface area, you got to have it out in the sun a lot. I wouldn't want to get a solar panel. Those are I've looked into that for my phone before. Well, right, pressure cookers. It sounds like that's what I would use. That's great. So I would get a pressure cooker and use it at Sunspace. That sounds awesome, man. So right now I don't have money for it, and then I got to spend money on the food. By the way, 15 people here. Get the likes up to 15 or more, because some of the people clicked like before they're gone. Only reason I ask for that, again, it gets YouTube to share my videos. It shows that people are liking them and engaged, and they're like, oh yeah, I like this. So it helps me, because this is also a job for me too. I'm waiting to hear back from jobs, but I'm not just waiting. I think tomorrow, I'm gonna just go apply to some full-time jobs. I'm like, fuck it, man. As much as I hate the idea of full-time work, I need to work. Even if I work there 2 months, that's good money for me. Because minimum wage is $15 an hour here. So if I make $2,000 a month for 2 months, even with all my fucking expenses, which could easily add up to about $1,000 a month, I'll have made $2,000. That's pretty good for me for a while. It's great with chicken breast and bone broth. You can make chicken and tacos. That's awesome. Yeah, I don't want to spend $100 on a pressure cooker. If I can get a cheap one, hey Starla, I haven't seen you here in a while. $39. That sounds good. Yeah, and I don't need a huge one. That's the other thing. So I'm not trying to look up a big one. I'm making meals for one. So if I can make a fucking... Oh, here's an even better option. If I can have one, or get it, whatever, fuck. Doesn't matter. I was thinking make some and then have leftovers in Tupperware, but I'm like, why even do that? I don't even need the calories or anything, because I'm learning how to be hungry all the time. Not eat. I probably had somewhere over a little over 1,000 calories today, something like that. I'm not going to eat tonight. I'm trying to get rid of this fat stomach that I have, and you can see it in my face. 4-quart would be perfect. Starla, you've been busy. Well, what's the matter with you? You know, you got to watch my. Tell your boss to watch my streams. No, that's all right. I understand. Yeah. Click like, everyone. Helps the video out. But yeah, this is what I gotta keep making videos, even though I kind of would have liked to kept writing tonight, but I'm fine making videos. And my dissociative disorder, it comes, goes, it beats me up, it gets better. It's been getting better overall. Even though when I think about it and talk about it, it still triggers me. Anyway, thank you. 6-quart is $40. Interesting. And thank you, Don, for reminding people to click thumbs up. Yes, that does help the videos. That gets YouTube's AI to, you know, spread my videos around. Excuse me. Yes, please. Make them my Salvation Army, you know, help me. I know I gotta eat protein because protein helps your brain, and especially if I'm working out every day, I'm not recovering properly if I'm not eating protein, and I'm not eating enough calories, which I'm okay with not eating enough calories. I want to cut down, you know, my weight. But yeah, it makes it harder to work out without protein, and I'm sure it helps all your organs and everything. And you don't lose muscle without protein if you're working out. I know this because I know of people who've done that. You look at Wes Watson talking about how he did that in solitary confinement for 14 months, starving, and he still worked out as hard as ever. I don't know how he didn't pass out doing that, but and he talked about the process of how you don't lose muscle just because you're not eating enough if you're still working out. That's the key. Thank you, Cuckoo. It's whatever time it is in LA. 6:55. My mom's doing all right. She's looking for a second job, and she may have applied to one already. I know she went and checked with them. And, you know, it kind of sucks because she can only do very, you know, simple things for jobs. I'm not saying they're easy jobs, but stuff like, you know, she works at a grade school cafeteria, and before, basically the only jobs I remember she's ever had are like working in school cafeterias and grocery bagging. So, and right now she's a companion sort of for an elderly woman. Yes, legumes, those are good for you too. And yeah, all that stuff, it helps your, I was going to say helps your arthritis, helps your cholesterol, and also it just helps you lose weight when you're eating high, you know, stuff that fills you up, fibrous food and everything, but it's low calories. And that's what's great about bell peppers. So yeah, that would be really great to have. And they do have fish at the food bank. So if I got a job, it would be great to do that. I know it's going to be tough with my schedule and everything. If I get a full-time job, I think tomorrow I'm just going to have to start applying to them. Even though, yes, I don't like them at all. What choice do I have? It sucks having this disorder kind of reset everything for me. And I'm sort of starting over, but I'm getting there. It's slowly, it sucks while my life is on hold, and it's like, you know, I'm only getting older and stuff. But, you know, at least it's an option now. I'm not totally disabled. I was really scared I'd have to stay in a mental hospital and have people take care of me, and that my car would be towed away, and I'd have no money, and I'd lose my phone, and I'd be gone, and that I'd be trapped in a mental hospital, and, you know, I wouldn't be able to communicate with anyone, and I'd have nothing when I got out. When I relapsed, that is, in my disorder last November. Thank goodness that didn't happen, but I got really worried I was going to get to that point. Click like, everyone, helps the video out. I'm just thinking of eating salmon and vegetables now. But that's okay. I'm not going to eat tonight. Still losing my weight. But yeah, I got to make money. And then, of course, there's the concern of the Trump virus, of getting this virus that Trump has unleashed across the country, that he said he would be gone. It'll just go away like a miracle. And the risk of that if I'm working in a warehouse, which is basically the main type of work I'm looking at right now. I would like to get this car washing job. It would be a pretty easy gig, but I also am well aware they're probably getting hundreds of applications. So, yeah. Oh, thanks, Ace. Got no choice, I guess. You know, think about it. I'm out here by myself. Nobody's helping. Well, no. People are helping me. Lots of people are helping me. But really, I guess what I mean by people aren't helping me, I don't have my parents to go to, you know? I can't just stay with my mom now. And I would hate to be back in Virginia anyways. Oh, I wish I could make videos with her, but obviously the travel issue is also a problem. Should I wear a car? Well, yeah, that's the thing. It is a relaxed job, not a detailing job. Those are really tough. I did that for one day. I hated it. But car washing at a rental car place is really easy because they just want you to get the cars done and get them out so they can get them to customers. I did that for a year and a half at Enterprise back in Virginia in McLean. And it was, to that point, basically the best job I ever had. I was outside, I could relax. As time went on, my coworkers got shittier and shittier and just fucking pissed off, angry assholes. And I'm like, oh, this is a different world. And morons and lazy, selfish people, even the managers. I'm like, why the fuck did they require a college degree to be a manager? And they really underpaid those managers too. They worked 11-hour days, 5 or 6 days a week for like $11 or $12 an hour. That's fucking nuts. And meanwhile in California, I'd be paid $15, $25 an hour to car wash. Anyways, yeah, they got to be such assholes, and it even sucked in. Oh, I should go into this story sometime. One of the managers I had, as they got crappier, he's just this corporate dick, and he drove illegally every single day. He drove, and I mean like he drove way aggressively. He nearly caused accidents. When there was a left turn lane and cars were turning left slowly, he would hit the gas, go in the lane next to the left turn lane, and swing around and cut in front of those cars. He was speeding through a parking lot once. A car was in front of us, and it stopped to back into a spot. And this moron, my boss, stopped, and he's like, "What the fuck?" And he slammed on the horn. And it's like, what can I do? I'm a car washer there. I can't cuss out my boss. But I wanted to be like, you motherfucker, that's your fault. Quit bitching. I'm gonna report this. And after him, the next manager was even worse. I don't remember her driving, but I remember her manner. It was terrible with people. Super incompetent. And then she would get horribly embarrassed and red in the face when she was shown, when anyone would realize she was being incompetent. And I feel bad for her in a way because, you know, she was stuck with her life. But it was so messed up because I kept getting in arguments with one of my dickhead coworkers who's just being a little whiny baby about stuff. And then one time he refused to do something I said. When we went to a car dealer, I said, you get the cars over there, I'll get the cars over here. And he just sat there like staring at me. When I went back to the car, I'm like, what's going on? And then the manager drove him off, and I'm like, what the fuck? Why'd you drive him off? Did he even go for the cars? No, and I yelled at him. I said, are you like upset your whiny baby fucking goo-goo feelings got hurt? He's like, fuck you, man. You just told me what to do. You disrespected me. And I brought it up with the manager, this lady. She sat us down, and she didn't want to do anything to him. And I hated that weakness, that pathetic craven cowardice of like, well, we need you, so I can't do anything. And I remember the key words she said to me. She's like, well, I need you both, so neither of you are going anywhere. I wanted to say this, I didn't, but in my head, I said, that's not true, because I'm definitely going at some point. And by then, I think I had started doing videography for a fashion agency, so I was getting a little extra money, and I needed more time to do that, and I was cutting back my days at Enterprise. I got in another argument with this dickhead, and he was just fucking asshole. And he was cool at first, starting there. And I just fucking walked off the job. And I hated how my boss was a coward about it. Because at this point, I had nothing to hide. I yelled at my coworker. Because, It is a long story. First time he was blasting music so loud it hurt my ears, and I already wore earplugs all the time because the vacuums hurt my ears. And I was real respectful about it. I said, "Would you mind just turning the music down, the volume down on that?" And he got upset about it, whining. He's like, "I never heard of someone having earplugs in and needing and your ears hurting." I said, "I don't care what you believe. Do it." And he's like, "You can turn it down if you want." And I got super passive aggressive with him. He wanted the hose from me. After that, I held the hose. He wanted it. I just held it. He wanted the hose from me to wash the car, and I just held it and looked at him. And he got super whiny about that. Threw down his gloves. He wanted to fight me. And I was just like, "What? What? Come on." Anyways, I guess he got sick of arguing with me because another day he had the volume super loud on the car, and I said, "You fucking pig." Like, I just fucking yelled at him. I'm like, "You fucking pig, I'm not getting in the car with you." He wanted me to drive with him somewhere or whatever. I can't remember, it was far. We had to drive places to go pick up cars. So two of us would go, or more, to either a car dealer or Dulles Airport, which is 5 miles away or so, and pick up a car or multiple cars. And I'm like, I said, "Fuck this." I said, "You fucking pig." He went and whined. This time he didn't want to fight me. This time he went and whined to the manager, and she came out, and I wasn't even having it. She's like, "Angelo, did you cuss at him?" And I was just yelling at him. I was just like, "Oh, it's impossible. You can't do anything." And he's like, "Yeah, he called me a pig." And I said, "Oh, it's impossible. It can't be done. You can't turn it down. Nope, there's nothing you can do. You tried everything." And my manager was getting so frustrated. She's like, "Angelo, clock out." And here's what she said that was so cowardly. She couldn't even just say to me, "Clock out." She's like, "Angelo, it's almost time for you to like clock out anyways." I clocked out, never came back. Fuck 'em. Thanks, Drone Nation. Homeless in LA is better than being in Virginia. That's right. Homeless in Virginia. Parking lot attendant. Yeah, like a grocery store, maybe. Yeah. Seems like an easy enough job. No, my mom can't come and visit me. Yeah, I don't know how that manager got the job. She was super incompetent. She would fuck stuff up so bad. And I remember one customer who was so cool with me. I was driving him. I picked him up from his job. I was asking him about his job, talking to him about it, and we were getting along fine. And I was bringing him back because what was going on? It was always a thing where it's like. He was done with the rental car. Oh, no. I picked him up because mostly it was like people who got in car accidents and their car was out, and then their insurance company, would cover a car with us. And I picked him up and brought him to get his rental car because I guess his car was at a body shop. By the way, number one thing people got in accidents for, rear-ended. People are fucking ignorant motherfuckers, don't pay attention when they're driving, and they rear-end other people. That was easily like 99% of the accidents we got. Rarely was there a major accident. It was the vast majority of the time somebody got rear-ended. So people aren't using safe following distance. People aren't thinking, they're selfish. And this was like how my boss drove, how many people I know drive. And then they're surprised when the car in front of them has to stop for something, or somebody cuts off the car in front of them, and then they can't stop in time, and they get all whiny and angry about it. It's like, so the word safe and then following distance, those don't make sense to you, or you didn't understand that was your choice not to follow safely. You think you can predict when cars will stop. So anyways, I picked him up. And then, he was done with the rental car. That's what it was. He came back, dropped off the car, and he got his receipt or his bill from the manager. And he got mad at the manager, and I felt so bad because it was obvious to the manager I knew what was going on. She charged him for the extra insurance that Enterprise offers for the car when he didn't ask for it. And she's like, "Well, sorry, sir, there's nothing we can do." Like, she acted super positive when she got embarrassed. And it's like, you fucking scumbag, like, cancel like, take it back, refund it. It was so, I hated it. And she messed up something for a friend of mine and me, wanting a rental car, and she looked so fucking embarrassed when I asked her, "Okay, where's the rental car that I'm picking up now?" Because I forget why I needed a rental for something, or I was helping my friend get a rental car, and putting me on as the second driver for the employee discount. And yeah, I was trying to drive out of there with the rental car to bring to my friend or something. And then she sat there, looked so embarrassed because she gave the car that I wanted to my coworker to go have a meeting at another Enterprise location, like at Dulles Airport or something, when she could have just given him the fucking cargo van. The cargo van has no rear windows, has no side windows except for the driver and passenger side. So it makes it really difficult to drive in traffic where, it's got the little inset windows with the main ones on the side, but it makes it hard to merge because you don't necessarily know if there's a car in your blind spot, even though it's got that little second mirror. And she looked so embarrassed, and I had to fucking save the day and say, oh, well, I'll just take a cargo van, even though you fucked it up by giving my coworker a car, which he didn't need at all. And I saw him taking it, but I didn't say anything because I assumed you fucking knew what you were doing. So this person had a college degree. The college degree is there to make sure you're good at following rules and not complaining. Because if I get an assignment that doesn't make sense, I'm going to be like, no, I'm not doing anything for you. Which all the assignments don't make sense to me. Can I do the imitation of the hitchhiker again? Oh, okay. You've been rear-ended twice in 1 year? Right. And I've been rear-ended before and also hit by a driver that was a little weirder circumstances. A 16-year-old driver, he got nervous when an ambulance was coming behind him. He jumped out from a red light, but I was turning as the red light ended. And so we were both deemed contributing to the accident. But yeah, it was a young guy, 17-year-old, whatever, with his dad's car, who rear-ended me when I was waiting to turn left into McDonald's or something. Nice $500 payout for that. And it was funny. The insurance adjuster came and offered me the check. And it's funny. They were asking, do you want it to go straight to the body shop or you? And I didn't want to sound greedy or anything. But it's perfectly, legal to just say, okay, I want it myself. But I said, well, which one's better or whatever. So maybe I should get it and I'll shop around. But then the insurance adjuster gave me the check for $500 for the bumper, and it wasn't even destroyed at all. It had 2 holes poked into it from the screws that were, the bolts that were holding down the license plate on the other guy's car. And thank goodness we both had the same insurance, so they just gave me a check for $500. There was no deductible for me, and the insurance adjuster said, it's not even worth it. I recommend you just keep the money. I said, really? What about keeping up the value of the car? He said, it's not going to keep up the value of the car. Meaning my car already had problems and stuff with the body from the whole side of it was demolished by that 16-year-old driving the van who jumped out from a red light. And his van was fine, but the side of my Honda Civic was demolished, and the parts the body shop used were from a junkyard, and they started bubbling and rusting. So that's why it's like, yeah, the value of the car is not going to go up with a new bumper. Yes, click like everyone. Okay, the hitchhiker. Hey man, you got a nice car. Can I get a ride? I'm just going 2 towns over. It's real close, like 200 miles away. I mean 2 towns over from where I'm used to going. There, is that a good hitchhiker? Hey man, that's a nice car. Can I get a ride? Maybe that was more it. Yo, that's a nice car. Hey, you going north? Yeah, so the drivers there fucking sucked. The managers there sucked. This started where I really learned about how when you don't pay people enough, you get crappy employees. And also when you just don't give a damn. Like, that manager, why was she a manager? I should have been a manager. Except I didn't want that job. It's weird how this sticks up. Argan oil, that apparently helps keep your hair natural. So, because I don't like pomade or hairspray, pomade is super fucking greasy. It takes like 3 days to get out of your hair. And hair gel, it just makes it brittle like twigs. Same with hairspray. So, yeah, that's what I said. I don't like it. But somebody said argan oil. So, I'll keep that in mind when I get some money. But I'm going to have to get a full-time job. What choice do I have? And I want that pressure cooker. That's a pretty good option. Fuck, man, I could have had a pressure cooker for months. Eating healthy food. Filling myself up. Filling my belly. Hey man, I got some leftovers in my duffel bag. You want to share them with me if you give me a ride? Damn, that's a nice car. I got some leftover chicken breast, bell peppers. I personally made them with my own hands. Dude, it's so good. You gotta try it. Oh boy. So yeah, gotta keep up at everything, and I'm still getting over my disorder. I'm just waiting to see what happens with my hair. How's it gonna look in a month? And it's still raw. Oh, hey Elena, I haven't seen you here in a long time. Yeah. It's still living, actually, the chicken. That's how raw it is. Yeah, the last haircut I got was real crappy, but now it doesn't matter because it's getting so long, it kind of doesn't make a difference. I still sort of notice it, but hair being this long, it kind of just like overwhelms the crappy cut that I got. And the guy didn't even fucking ask me if I liked it. Son of a bitch. So yeah, I hope I don't look too crazy at a job interview. Lots of crazy types in California. I mean, California's a wild place, like in LA especially. You got some, just rough and intense people here. I wouldn't really, I wouldn't mind being a bouncer here if my ears weren't so sensitive anymore. But also, I figure like, man, certain places I definitely wouldn't want to be a bouncer here because I'm not big enough, I'm not tough enough to deal with these people. I'm not a natural bouncer. Some guys, you see it, they just know how to set down a hard line, but they're still very fair to people. Me, it was always kind of tricky deciding how much, and I was usually too lenient, out of necessity a lot of times. But I just didn't know how to convey that, when I needed to, that sternness. But really, a lot of my job wasn't about being tough. It was just, letting people, hey, don't drink too much, or you got to go if you drink too much. People I met in LA, aside from the people who stalked me at the park, and the guy who threw a brick at me at the park, and the person who crashed into my car, mostly good people, but I met a ton of people in film and entertainment, which I love. Not so much since the Trump virus shut everything down. But yeah, I love it. It was great because I met so many more people here than I ever did in Virginia. And I have so many more reasons to meet people around here because I can talk about film and filmmaking with them. In Virginia, I hated doing that because I just couldn't relate to people because they weren't into it. And they weren't doing the same stuff I was doing. I wanted to be out here. So, yeah, it's been great being out here. Mix of everything. Most people are really nice. Really nice, I'd say for the most part. Met tons of people who were nice at film events. And people who would check in on me and, reach out to me, ask how I'm doing. Yeah, and the people at the park who are drunk at 6:30 in the morning, who fucking crazy eyes and want to come up to me, I fucking grab something in my pocket that I got, for self-defense, and I'll look straight at, let them know like I'm looking at them. I'm not trying to be super tough or anything. And if they were like sober and in their right mind and still wanting to prey on me, I would have been majorly screwed because, somebody who wants to fight me more intensely than I want to fight them, and especially if it was two guys, then that's impossible for me to fight off. Maybe I could hurt one of them, maybe hurt both of them, but they would beat me. But these stupid fucking drunks who twice I've had guys like try and sneak up on me, and I stare at him, and one guy he tried running up on me. It pissed me off because I'm like, you fucking coward trying to run up to me at 6:20 in the morning. Crazy look in his eyes like 19-year-old. I stood there and I'm wondering, like, I'm looking right at him. Like, I'm not afraid of looking at him. I clearly reached into my pocket and grabbed something, but I didn't pull it out. And he kind of slowed down and I said, back off. And he put his hands up and he walked away. But lately I'm not meeting anyone. I'm just seeing the people at the grocery store and the park. But I always try and stay away from people. You know, you never know what their deal is, and you just want to leave them alone. Also, they don't know what my deal is, so you know, they don't know if I'm messed up or whatever, but or just a weirdo. Um, and also the fucking creeps who hang out in the parking lot sometimes where I sleep. I put video of that once. I ended up doing that on a video. If you look back a few weeks ago, secret footage that I put up of a guy smashing stuff in a parking lot, then going back and cleaning it. He ran away, then he came back and cleaned it all up. And this other dickhead was just shuffling around, strutting like he's so arrogant. And had a pickup truck parked in the middle of a lane in the parking lot, and he would literally just lie down in the back of the cab. I'm like, what in the fuck could he possibly be doing? Just a bunch of fucking weirdos out here. You know, why can't they be more normal like me? Just stalking the parking lots at night, you know, fucking weirdos. Tons of people with modded cars too that are really loud, which I don't really care for the most part. I think it's a waste of money, but whatever. People like it. It wears down your transmission and your engine, by the way, if you do that. "16 people here, nice. Click like, everyone. We should have well over 16 likes by now. I'm working hard and doing my writing every day, making these videos. I don't know when I'll stop doing live streams. It's just when I feel like it, I'll do them. Getting over my dissociative disorder. I'm applying to jobs. Tomorrow I'm going to apply to more. I really want a pressure cooker now. God damn, I want to eat some healthy food that's cooked. I got some rice, by the way, and coconut oil in the trunk of my car that I got a while ago, back when I stayed at a friend's place in Silver Lake when I had the flu last January. Who knows if it was the Trump virus or not. But I was really sick, and he offered to let me stay with him for a few days. I got a bunch of food that I could cook from the food bank. I fucking mangled up that chicken. I burnt it to a crisp. But I ended up having all this extra rice, and so I just kept it in the trunk of my car. So, and I think it's brown rice, so I would like to cook that in the pressure cooker. I go to a performing arts venue called Sunspace. The owner lets me use it, and he's fine with me talking about it. I asked him, and I make videos there sometimes. Look back the last few weeks, you'll see videos in Sunspace. And he lets me go there during the day, charge my phone, work on my laptop. And he has a tea kettle there where I can heat up water for ramen noodles and tea. And so I'll go there and work on my laptop during the day. And today I had to leave. There was something else going on. But I would go in there a lot, and that's where I would plug it in. Also, I wouldn't do this really, but there's outside this one shopping center. They have outlets outdoors. I wouldn't do this because I don't want to be there during the day doing it when like security's around. But it might be kind of fun. I wouldn't do this even at night after the stores close, because I'd have to be there standing out there after when I don't want to eat food late, basically. Maybe I would make food if I kept it in Tupperware or something for the next day. I don't know, but I could stand there at night after the stores close and plug it in this outdoor thing, because I used to charge my phone there a lot. And if I can't get to Sunspace for a few days, then I'll go there and charge my phone outside. But I don't want to do it, with a fucking pressure cooker there. But that'd be good. Either Sunspace, or if I make enough money, if I get a job, or if YouTube picks up for me, that's what I'm saying, click like. Fucking mosquito. I would rent a co-working space, which is like renting a desk, basically, where you can work. And I would try and use that there if I could get away with it. Not at the desk itself, but necessarily, but if they had a lounge area where I'm able to, they have a microwave and stuff. If I can make food there, got to be mindful of smells with people. I'm fine with the smell of food and everything, but you got to clean up after yourself. So what I'm not okay with is you don't clean up the microwave afterward. But if I made, fish and bell peppers there, whatever, rice, I would try and have an air freshener or something in case it bothers anyone. Because, a lot of these uppity whites, they get bothered over that stuff. So I'm thinking of that at some point too, because as much as the owner of Sunspace is great, he lets me use it. He doesn't mind at all that I'm using it. I felt bad, so I would tell him. He's like, no, 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 you can use it whenever you want. I don't mind. And I said, well, it means a ton. It's helping me. He's like, I'm glad to help. And he can't use it now because of the pandemic, the Trump virus, the Trump pandemic. So at a certain point, and also I don't know how long Sunspace will be around, unfortunately, because he's not able to do shows and bring in money. He would used to have shows there 3 to 5 times a week. Maybe not 5 times a week, but 3 or 4 times a week he would have shows there, and people would rent it for events and lots of concerts. Man, I miss going to concerts there. Oh, that was so much fun, and I would hang out and talk to the bands and stuff. I'm just thinking how much I miss all that stuff, because it was such a small venue too, and usually it was just pay what you can, and especially if I was volunteering there, especially after I got my dissociative disorder, he would let me come there, and I would edit videos for him, but he would just let me hang out there because he knew I don't have a home or anything, so it was nice to hang out. I didn't have to pay. I would be selling drinks at the concession stand, and there usually wasn't a lot to do at the concession stand. We might get a few people a night buying drinks, and while the show's going on, like in between sets, that's when people would come out and buy drinks, but I was free to wander around whenever I wanted, so I would just go into the stage area, and it's just crazy that there's nobody in there anymore. But anyways, yeah, he can't do the shows there anymore, so I go in there, which is great. But I'm an adult. I'm a man, even though I don't feel like I don't feel anything special about being a man or whatever. I just feel like being an adult. The man part is just default of what I am, but being an adult, at a certain point, I would like to have a co-working space that I pay for, and that I can get access to. And you got to pay a certain amount to get 24-hour access, but if I got something $200 a month or whatever, maybe a little more than that, to have work, that would be good. So, that would be the other place. If they have a lounge area there that I could use and cook a crock pot, I would really want to make sure, though, that it's okay to use that there, because, man, fuck, if I ever had a problem with people there, that would be really annoying. It's just creepy-ass crackers. You're like, excuse me, you don't look like you can afford to cook here. Can you do that? Are you sure you can do that? It smells like ethnic food right there. What is that stuff? Fish? So, that's how the honkies be doing it. Or I could be prepared to share food with others, but fuck that if I'm not making much money. I don't know. I just don't know. But yeah, I'd be prepared to have air fresheners out too, or maybe a bottle of air freshener spray. I remember one time in Annandale, Jackson was laughing so hard. He wasn't mad at me because normally I was really good about cleaning up about myself, but I took a huge shit and it smelled bad. He's like, damn, Angelo! He's like, what did you do in there, man? It stinks so bad. I'm like, oh, I'm sorry, man. Like, oh, fuck. I didn't know. I guess I couldn't smell it. Man, it's crazy. I've been in LA over a year now. Can you believe that? And I've been lucky not to have a job for like 15 months or whatever. I quit my bouncer job in March 2019. So I've been lucky just to do what I want for the last year, over a year, even though I've been working on film sets a lot. Again, up until the Trump virus spread and shut everything down. And now we're in another shutdown, basically. Elena, what do you remember? Which part of that do you remember? What, me living in Annandale or what? Leaving for LA? That's cool. It was actually, by the way, I did miss my job the last night I left, and it was nice because they were training the new guy, and it was always nice when we had 3 people there. So it was not just me, it was a busy night, for whatever reason, a Sunday night. Maybe it was St. Patrick's Day, I can't remember. So we had the 2 bouncers, me and one of my coworkers, big, huge guy. And then we were training the new guy, and it was so nice to have 3 people there so I could relax. And yeah, it was funny. I was even showing the new guy. I was like, "Come on, somebody's puking in the bathroom. I'll show you, how we deal with it." Which, always trying to be real nice and respectful. Like, "Hey, man, just, get it out, hit the toilet, but then you got to go. Too drunk to be here." Oh, you remember me leaving the bouncer job? Oh, interesting. That was a long time ago now. Spending my nights just fucking standing against the wall, looking at everybody else partying and having fun and just not wanting to be there. And I hated how my boss knew how much money I made, knew I couldn't even afford to go back to the bar I worked at that much to eat or drink. At just a certain point I couldn't stand it. So I'm going to have to go through all that again, I guess. Good thing now, though, is even if I work a little bit, I'll have enough money to where I can afford to quit. Back then, I wanted to quit but I couldn't. And I'm glad I didn't before. It ended up being a good experience. I had good experiences there. Met a lot of people there, regulars who were just really friendly with me. But yeah, I just couldn't be myself there. I was always hiding what I did with my free time, hiding my videos. My coworkers eventually found out, and I totally denied it. The one coworker, she's like, "Is that you, Angelo?" And I said, "No, that's not me." And she's like, "Oh, why are you denying it?" And she's like, "Everybody, Angelo's denying it." And I remember one night, the night that happened, I was arguing with this guy who wouldn't pay his bill for like an hour. Again, I'm not trying to be angry. I was trying to get him to pay and convince him, look, just go inside and pay. He was kind of a jerk. Also, he was drunk, maybe high. And I was arguing with him too outside, and this one regular who's there every fucking day, he came in, he's like, "Yo, Chef Angelo," because he saw my cooking videos with my mom, and the one where I wore a big chef's hat, I did the cook-off with my mom, the rice pudding cook-off or whatever. And I said, "That's not me." And he said, "Yeah, that's you," while I'm standing there arguing with the other guy. So I'm like, "Ah, fuck, everyone knows about this now." And really, I just didn't want my boss to know because I didn't want it to be like, "Oh, you have this other thing you're interested in doing." It was just all kind of weird because I knew that was kind of intimidating for other people in a way. Like, "Oh, you have this other thing you're doing, Angelo, that eventually is going to take you away from here." Not that they really care at a bar like that, and that was the good thing about it. I didn't have to clock in. There was no corporate office. It was independently owned. There was no quarterly reviews or whatever. No, okay, you're going to get a raise. I never got a raise, but I was paid well, $15 an hour. I never got paid that anywhere in Virginia, except on videography work, which I got paid more than that for a few videographer jobs. 18 people here. Cool. Click like, everyone. I got to deal with my hair. Somebody said get argan oil, and I got to get a pressure cooker when I get money. Maybe I'll use it at my job, the break room, and just cook food. That would be awesome. I hope I don't deal with assholes like another manager at Enterprise Rent-A-Car. This fucking whiny man-baby lazy fuck. Always be whining on the phone with his wife. He would leave fucking nasty as shit bowls of food out rotting in the break room for days until one day I said, "Hey, whose food is that in the break room?" I knew it was his. And he's like, "Oh," he ran in there, and I wanted to be like, "Why are you running? You knew it was there. Why are you fucking running, you lazy ass, letting your fucking huge salad bowl full of cereal congeal and fucking fester for days, a week, crust over? Fucking child of a man. This guy's my boss?" So yeah, if I have to deal with that, good thing is now I can just quit because whatever money I make, that's good enough for me. I can move on to the next job. Because what do I care? Like, I don't have rent to pay this time. So any money I make, it's just kind of extra, even though, yeah, I need it, obviously, now. Big thing is my credit card bill. It's going to be coming back this month. I'm going to work with my bank, especially if I get a job, I'm still going to work with them and say, "Hey, can you bring it down or whatever?" Because I'm broke, And I've called them before to try and do that. My interest charges and whatever. They said, "Well, you need a job to be doing that," because I've been doing, film work very intermittently. I said, "Well, I don't want to get a job. I'm doing freelance work." They said, "Well, that's the only program we have, the financial assistance that we do. So if I get a job, then I'll be calling them and asking them for it again when I get my next bill." I can tell them, "Look, I've got this dissociative disorder. It's made it very hard for me to earn money for a while. the shutdown in California. I live in my car. Yeah, it's tough. I shower in the street. Anyways, I'm still getting over my dissociative disorder, even though it's getting better. 18 people here, that's cool. I usually don't stream this time of night, but I wanted to get a bunch of stuff done earlier today. I read the screenplay for the Florida Project from Sean Baker, great screenplay. I haven't seen the movie. I want to. I saw a really crappy movie on my laptop, finally got the speakers working properly on that, and then I wrote like 2.5 pages of notes here in my car on another screenplay to break the story, which I've been struggling with for so long, and I'm finally breaking it. Even though my emotions aren't all quite there, I'm still developing my writing abilities well. And I'm realizing, watching bad, even good, but not great movies, how forgettable a good movie can be compared to a great one, and how there are lots of good scripts written by smart people who don't push themselves all the way. I cannot write a good script. I have to write a great script. And, you know, a script that stays with you for months if you read it. Because that's what, you know, the competition is. There's not a lot of spec scripts, meaning scripts you develop on your own that get made into feature films at studios. There are lots of assignment work. That's different, where you get assigned a project to do. But as far as you writing your own spec scripts, which all my scripts are spec scripts, obviously I'm not working for a studio. Nobody's assigning me work. Why is this car double parked next to me? Oh, okay, they're looking to pull in somewhere. Or they're stopping to ask someone something. It's an old lady. Shit, people are getting impatient. They're going around her. Yeah, my scripts have to be great, so I have to really apply myself right when I don't feel like it, right, you know, all the time. So that's what I was doing tonight. All I can think about is that fucking pressure cooker now and eating bell peppers with rice and salmon. Thank you, Elena. I'm doing all right. My dad died. I don't know if you saw that. He died last December. Little Cessna flying overhead. You know, I'm broke here in LA. I love it here, though. Still, I think it's the greatest city in the world. And, you know, gonna have to get a job. I still want to improve my Spanish. I've spent my whole life gonna learn Spanish to become fluent in it. And I'm just gonna have to take some job. I've been working on film sets pretty steadily throughout the year that I've been in LA, but that was up to the Trump virus shutdown. So now there's not much film work. I've been lucky enough to get a few little gigs here and there. Other gigs I thought I was real close to getting, and they didn't happen. So I got to get some job, and really I want to focus on my writing too, because that's going to be the bigger thing for me. That when we come out of this shutdown, I want to have some great scripts written, ready to submit to festivals and try and, you know, get money to direct them myself, and also get money for my own equipment. I don't want to have to hire a cinematographer. I don't have to. I'd rather be my own cinematographer and make my movies back in Virginia, because that's where I'm writing some of them, and it'll be easier to make them there. It's really expensive to make movies in LA. So that would be cool. And also I know Virginia better. I know the streets better. I barely know the streets here in LA where you can film stuff that's, you know, the types of places that I want. And in Virginia, I feel like I just know it so much better. I still know the streets back there, and there's not a ton of streets, you know. So it's such a small area. There's 4 million people that live in LA. So it's just a huge place, and then all the surrounding areas are just massive too, and I've only seen parts of those here and there, and it's just, I love it. It's amazing, but I don't know it. I don't know the area, so I don't know where I would go shoot a lot of this stuff. And car peeling the hell out. Oh, it sounds like a race. Let's hear a collision. No. I always wait for that collision. I've heard a few crashes and seen a few crashes, and not seen it directly, but seen immediately after. I did see one in front of me. Yeah, the streets are designed really poorly here too. So for one thing, they don't make it good for drivers, but the drivers should be very cautious. And you know, you get a mix of all types of drivers here. I still feel the drivers were worse in Maryland and Virginia than they are here. I don't know, just because I guess when traffic's so jammed up, you got no choice here. Like, people are stuck, you know. Well, it's jammed worse in DC to me, actually, than here. Except for right on the beach, like Santa Monica and stuff. That's where you're at the end of the country, so it gets real bad there. But overall, DC traffic was worse to me. Anyways, yeah, so I think tomorrow I'm just going to apply to more jobs, and I really want to get this pressure cooker now. That's my next big goal, I guess. Get a pressure cooker and argon for my hair. Argon oil. Because I want to keep it so it doesn't get in my face, especially when I'm driving. It's annoying. 22 people here, that's crazy. 22 is what we peaked at on a live stream in the last week. Can we get to 23? Click like. Click like. That gets YouTube to share more people here. If people see, oh, there's 22 people watching. I wonder what's going on here. They can see. This is the story of a homeless screenwriter, beginning screenwriter who's getting out of a dissociative disorder, living in LA, out here with no family. And basically my only family is my mom anyways. Basically, I mean, I got good for nothing brother and another brother so. And I'm looking for work because the film sets are shut down. So we got one more like, oh, but then we lost a person. Come on, get to 21 likes at least. 19 likes, that's good. 22 people here, that's great. Yeah, so film productions are shut down. That's what I was working on. 23 people, we did it. Let's get to 30 now. Film productions have largely shut down, so I'm having to look for other work and just accept, okay, I just got to get some work, and I'll keep writing. That's my big thing, because there's barely any film work being posted online, and a lot of it I would be worried about getting the Trump virus. And if I focus on my writing, I figure I can keep developing it. I'm learning a ton. I'm developing it a ton. By the time the Trump virus has left and we're able to resume whatever is normal again, I mean, nothing's going to be back to normal. 23 million Americans are facing eviction. How, I mean, that's going to change so much if so many people go homeless, have to move in with family, have to get jobs further and further away from where they live, because there aren't many jobs, LA's got 20% unemployment, just crazy. So let's get that universal income universal relief for everybody, $2,000 a month. Hey, that would get me covered. Man, that would help me out. I help a lot of people out. Don't worry about me. But that would help a lot of people out. And why not? It would piss off the bootlickers. Bootlickers are like, no, if you don't work a job, you should die. It should be a capital offense. You should die on the street if you don't have a job. When it's like, why should we let that happen? Isn't that a failure when people are going homeless and die? No, they deserve it. That's called a fascist. That's when you want people to comply or die. I wonder how many people here remember the Vote or Die campaign on MTV or whatever from Puff Daddy. Now he's called P. Diddy, but it used to be Puff Daddy. Vote or die. Or you die. Sun's going down now. It's getting really cool out. Oh man, I don't care about being hungry. I am hungry, but what I want is that pressure cooker. I keep wanting to say crock pot. That pressure cooker. That $40 pressure cooker, and make my nice meal in it. Oh, that would be so fucking nice if I could have cooked food. And not have to pay a bunch of money at Jack in the Box for a chicken salad or chicken teriyaki bowl or whatever. Look at all this fat on me. I've got to lose by eating healthy. So I'm eating healthy by starving myself now. I'm just having sardines, peanut butter, and oatmeal. And shredded wheat. But I don't have this after a certain time because it's too much whatever complex carbs or whatever. I don't like it too late in the day. Am I getting more comments or not? I got all these people here, but I don't see comments. So I don't know if people just aren't commenting. It's fine. It's a free country. Say what you want. Also, Co-working space would be good if they have nice bathrooms. I want to be able to take a shit whenever I need to. Today I had to take a long one, 45 minutes. That's the kind of stuff now I get in trouble for at the grocery store. They kicked me out one day because I was flushing the toilet too much. The security came in there and yelled at me. To Fafi, thank you so much. $5. That's great. That helps me a ton. I appreciate it a lot. That's going to go to all my bills. To food, to gas. Man, I hope the post office keeps around because it's really important and helpful, and let's not have people having to pay $15 to send a regular item in the mail. I need 35 more to get that pressure cooker. I need a lot more than that because I'm not. First of all, YouTube takes a big cut of this. They take like 25% or so, 30%. The super chats, and also if I make $30 or $40, that's going to my bills. It's not going to pressure cooker. But yeah, you're right. $35 more till I can get a pressure cooker. I'll kick it down the line to when I make money. That'll somehow still count as the $40 I got donated. But yeah, I need a job first. Or YouTube can be my job if I get enough viewers. I got 20 viewers. That's kind of crazy to me. Back in Virginia, I did live streams I'd struggle to get 3 or 4 people a lot of times. So for whatever reason, people are watching now. So that's great. Consider your cost avoidance. Just buy it. What the hell is cost avoidance? Like not buying stuff? Oh, maybe it's like what, when you're poor and you keep paying a little bit at a time, a little and little, when if you just saved up and made the big purchase, like if you just bought a decent car instead of getting your crappy car fixed all the time, you'd end up saving money, but because you can't spend it all at once, you need to keep getting the cheap stuff. Is that what it is? Avoiding buying food at fast food joints. Well, now I'm doing that. I am avoiding it. So I'm just getting sardines from the grocery store, not even the dollar store because it gets too crowded there. So the grocery store, it's 30 cents more for a little pack of sardines. But I'm like, it's still really cheap, and I'm just still eating way less and spending less than I would be if I was getting the $6 chicken teriyaki bowls or $6 chicken pita wraps or chicken fajita wraps or chicken salads at Jack in the Box. All really healthy stuff, low calories, but really expensive, though. And even though I got food stamps, it adds up on the food stamp card. You can use it at Jack in the Box. Apparently you can't use it at McDonald's, or at least the one I went to. But Jack in the Box can't, it's just too expensive there. I mean, Subway's fine, but I don't want all that bread. That's empty calories, so. I know they got the flatbreads, though. So, yeah, I mean, they're fine. I used to eat Subway every fucking day when I worked at a movie theater at Boston Mall, at Regal Cinemas, and I would just go down to the food court to Subway and always, every fucking day, get like a chicken carbonara sub with a macadamia nut cookie. But I didn't realize how much money I was spending doing that. I had no bills back then, nothing. Like, didn't have a cell phone, anything. Now that I'm an adult, I'm like, yeah, I'm not going to spend money like that unless I was just fucking rich and didn't want to cook. Yeah, I need fiber too, definitely. Yeah, that's true. But the thing is, yeah, I'm not going to Jack in the Box anymore unless I have like money left over close to the end of the month on my food stamp card. Right now, I'm just cutting the portions way down, and I'm just eating cheap oatmeal, sardines, peanut butter, and shredded wheat. And from the food bank, I'll get stuff too. Like I'll get protein drinks there, like the Atkins ones. They still have some of those left. It depends what they have there that day. What else have I been getting at the food bank? I've been getting some stuff. Oh, they have oranges and apples there. I've been getting those. But I'll get those on my food stamp card, I guess. Oh, and I got a bunch of ramen noodle soups from, I know, not really healthy, but at least it's something hot. That's the thing. It helps just to have cooked food. So I'll get those, and I got 4 of those for $1 at the grocery store, plus 1 or 2 chow mains and chow mein noodles and something Japanese noodles or something, that I can just use the tea kettle at Sunspace. I'll heat up the water and put it in this, which I got at big bowl of vegan chicken noodles, which were already pre-cooked. You just heat them up. So I just put them in the sun or whatever. It was warm, I think. No. This one you had to heat up. But this is nice because I can just reuse this. So today I reused it on my noodles. I ate too many noodles. I didn't realize it's a lot of calories. And I kind of, once you get too many carbs in you, it kind of makes you feel sluggish. But I use this now. So instead of getting the cups of noodles, which are a little more expensive, now I'll just get the ramen noodle, the little plastic thing, cook it in here. But yeah, it's not that healthy for me. And, I'm trying to work out every day, but the seasoning pack should be banned. Well, that's right. USDMB18, thank you so much for donating $5. 23 people here. That's awesome. Click like, everybody. Trying to get this. The live streaming is doing well enough recently, so I'll keep doing it. If people are watching and donating and entertained, and you're seeing my story and literally seeing the evolution of how my screenwriting is going, as well as my weight loss, my dissociative disorder, and seeing how I'm living through this pandemic, because it's all affecting me direct. 25 people here, that's insane. How this pandemic is affecting me directly, like because of the film worker shutdown. If I was working a job where I still had work, it'd be a little different. I may still be affected, but film work is directly affected by the Trump virus. So we're shut, film work is largely shut down because of that. And I would like to be able to make money, get over my dissociative disorder, lose weight, get a pressure cooker, rent a co-working space, or really what I'd like to do with my money, instead of renting a co-working space, I would love to donate it to Sunspace. They're a nonprofit, they take donations. I want to help keep them going so that I know I can't pay their rent anywhere close to that. But if I'm able to help them keep going through the Trump virus shutdown, maybe they'll be able to reopen someday. I don't know. I don't know if the owner even wants that, because, he's not going to do it forever, too, but it would just be great if we could do that. So that's why I'm saying click like. It helps my videos, which in turn helps Sunspace on some level. Yeah, I only did 3 job applications. Yeah, I'm doing well for the circumstances. And I'm going to apply to more. I'm going to apply to full-time jobs, because I'm like, fuck, I can't wait. I can't wait for these 3 jobs. Because first of all, LA's got 20% unemployment. There's probably hundreds of people applying to these. I saw them on the major job site. I saw them all on Indeed.com. So that's a major thing that comes up. When I just searched jobs in Burbank, that was the site that came up where I found these jobs I applied to. Car washer, warehouse, and sort of house where, like, what is it, like, freight, like unloading stuff for a retail store. I don't want to work with customers, so I'll just do the unloading stuff, stocking shelves, whatever. But I'm realizing not only, okay, I haven't heard back from 3 days, that's not a big deal, but I should be applying to more jobs, because I got to be ready to take something quick. I need to make money. Whoa, my phone just vibrated. Who texted me or whatever? Oh my goodness, someone sent me Cash App. Oh, thank you. Elena, thank you for donating. I don't know if you wanted me to say that, your name, but thank you for donating on Cash App. Appreciate it so much. My Cash App info is in the description. By the way, Cash App and Venmo are actually better to donate. Not that I'm glad to get donations on YouTube, but YouTube takes a big cut of it. Cash App and Venmo, it all goes to me. There's no fees. So unless I want the instant transfer, which I don't care. So thank you so much for that. Yes, Elena sent me. Yeah, it scared you to get the vibration. I got to turn off the notifications, put do not disturb on. I was lazy. I didn't want to do it. Right. Thank you, Elena, so much. How much more do we need to get the pressure cooker? Okay, we got $10 on here, but really that's going to be like $7 because YouTube takes a cut. Plus the 5 Elena sent, that's $12. So another $38 basically. And I'll try and get one from Goodwill or something. I'm not going to buy it on Amazon. Yeah, the vibration scared the shit out of you. That's funny. What happens if Trump wins? I don't even want to say. I mean, it's going to be terrible. Why am I calling it the Trump virus? Well, I've taken to calling it that. I think it's good form because it identifies the primary person who's been spreading this virus, who's been making it possible to spread. He's basically Trump is team virus. Like, he's partnered with it. It's like he did everything possible to make it worse. Covered it up, lied about it, denied aid. He's not giving tenant protections, not giving help for the homeless, not getting houses for the homeless, not giving renters relief, mortgage relief, not giving help for small businesses, but more for big businesses. He gave $700 billion or something, or $1 million to Kodak to develop a vaccine or something. What the hell was that? So it's great. If you're a big company, it's free money. That's why I call it the Trump virus. I think it's really appropriate. The Trump flu, the Trump pandemic. I think it's a good term for it. $28, not 48. Oops, not 38. Wait, what did I say? 36? I don't know. 38, I said. Oh yeah, 38 to 40 would be $8. I'm such a fuck up at math. And here's the thing. For the application for the warehouse job, I had to do a math test, and it was an aptitude thing. So it was like you have a red section and a blue section, and you have a simple equation on each one, either addition, subtraction, or multiplication or division, and you have 6 seconds to decide which number is higher from each equation and hit a button on the keyboard for which one is higher. I probably got 50% of them wrong because I couldn't even do the math in my head that quickly. I'm like, 23 plus 15, is that greater than 4 times 8? Just pick one. You know, I had no idea, so I don't know if I have any chance of getting that done. Trapping? What the hell is trapping? Like fur trapping? I'm not doing that. But yeah, I said $38. I meant $28. Let's do this. Thank you, USDBM18. I'll talk about math if I want to. No, I don't want a microwave. You can't cook food like food that, like, you need water to cook in the microwave. Trapping, oh, that's what that is. Selling drugs? Wow, okay. What the hell? What? Wait. Happy Life. Take it easy on the deleting comments. You deleted Elena's comment. She didn't even say anything inappropriate. Elena, I'm sorry on behalf of Happy Life. You got overzealous. You didn't do it, and Elena just donated to me, by the way. Not that, by the way, if you donate, that's an excuse to ever be rude, but that's not what Elena was doing. So, sorry. And really, even Gigi, what he was saying, Gigi, I didn't mind what Gigi was saying. Wait. And USDMB. Happy Life. Take it easy on the timeouts. Oh, it was a mistake. Your body hit the phone? Oh, okay. Everybody, that was a mistake. Please don't get mad at me. Blame Happy Life. I fully throw him under the bus. He said his body hit the phone by accident. So that's why you're in timeout. It's not, I have no... Once you get out of timeout in 90 seconds, you'll be back. Yes, thank you, Ace. How is my battery? 63%? Good. Yes, again, sorry about that. Lola, it was an accident. Happy Life said, Happy Life, relax. I'm not taking you off as mod. Just Happy Life, he said he hit the phone by accident and accidentally put some people in timeout. People who are in timeout, please wait. You'll come out of timeout in like 3 minutes, okay? I did not want you to go in timeout. It was just an accident, and Happy Life has mod powers, so I'm throwing him under the bus for that. Lauren, oh my goodness, thank you. Another $5 donation after Lauren donated $40 yesterday. That is amazing. Thank you. I guess I'm going to get a pressure cooker with this. You guys are donating for that purpose. I can't say no. So thank you so much. I'll get a pressure cooker with your donations. I don't know if I really will yet because I do need this money for gas and food. At least right now, gas. I have the food. My food stamps are reloaded. I have like $170 or whatever left on it after I got a bunch of ramen noodles and bottled water today and peanut butter. 25 people. That's amazing. Holy crap. Why are there's so many people watching? It's actually getting kind of cool. I gotta roll up the windows. The wind's blowing in. And we can let some sunlight in. Get down my sleeping bag. Yes, thank you everyone for joining, for watching. People who are in timeout, please just wait. It'll come out of timeout. It was just an accident. Didn't mean for you to get in timeout. And I didn't do it anyways, so I take no responsibility. But yeah, so now it's, again, you got to take out from YouTube Super Chats the 30% or so. It really is like 30%. So $15, I don't know what that, $3, $4 that it takes out. So still doing pretty well for the Super Chats. 27 people here. I'm going for another hour if I have to. This is amazing. 27 people here. That's freaking crazy. I never have this many people for my own live streams. I used to struggle to get 4 people in here. It's miserable. I was talking to one person, basically, a lot of times. Yeah, Cash App's good because I get all the money from that. So thank you, Elena, for the Cash App donation. Please wait, Elena, until you're out of timeout and you can comment again freely. It's just a mistake. Happy Life's body hit the phone. Sounds like that song. Let the body hit the phone. 25 likes. That's amazing. And so, yeah, I got to make money. Tomorrow I'm going to go apply to more jobs. I really what I'd like to do is donate money to Sunspace every month. And the owner totally does not require it from me. He doesn't ask it. I would love to donate it to help keep it going so I can keep going there rather than go to a co-working space where I'm paying some huge company that's probably got 100,000 units that they rent out across the country. And instead to have Sunspace, it would be like my own place. It's like my own apartment, basically, when I'm there during the day. I can't be there right now, which is fine. Somebody else is using it. The owner lets other people use it, and he has his live stream shows there. So please follow Sunspace on social media, on Instagram and Facebook, because they post when they do their live streaming shows. Their Unusual Tuesday shows is great. I've gone to probably 50 of those. And their jazz shows, which I went to a lot of them too, more so up until the point of the Trump virus shutdown. Yes, Happy Life is apologizing, so it was an accident. But yeah, now these live streams are doing pretty well. I'm getting over my dissociative disorder. I've got to lose a bunch of weight. I can see it in my face, you know. And if you look back at my videos in Virginia, you can see how much thinner I was. But I want to keep writing my screenplays is what I'm doing. I'm writing a lot, reading a lot of screenplays, and I got to be able to have money to do all that. Well, no, you're not still in timeout, JJ. Elena, I hope you're still here. Sorry about that if you're out of timeout too, and whoever the other person was. Great, Elena, good. I'm glad you're all not mad. What the hell? Why is the message retracted? Oh, okay, you retracted your own message. Okay, that's fine. Yeah. Yeah, it's okay if people say a little bit whatever. They're trying to poke at me a little bit. The stuff Gigi was saying or whatever JJ was saying. I don't mind that. It's trolls. It's racist stuff. It's inappropriate stuff that I don't mind. If they're just kind of taking a stab at me, I kind of don't care, or I'll say so if I like. I'll say Happy Life, you know what to do. JJ's demanding an apology from Happy Life. All right, there you go. What time is it? 8 o'clock? Cool. Well, I'll keep going like I said. I gotta get more light in here, so I'm gonna take off my sun visor. Glad people are here. I'll keep streaming as long as there's people here. And when it gets too dark here, I'm going to drive somewhere else where I got street lights over me. And you can see the places I go. But yeah, I got to make money. Oh, I'm not doing that. Thank you. People keep suggesting that. You got me soon. Appreciate it, Ace. I know you can do stuff on OnlyFans other than, burlesque shows, I'll call them, whatever. I don't care. I'm not going to do that stuff. Like, whatever else it is. Make cameo videos, something like that. I'm not doing all that. Yes, I'm a very good driver. I'm not doing any driving jobs, though. I can tell you that now. I see them online. I don't want to put the wear on this car. This is a great car. My last car was destroyed, if you don't know. Somebody crashed into it, destroyed it while I was sleeping in it. I wish I live streamed that. That would have been fucking amazing. I have this 2000 Toyota Camry, best car I've ever owned. I've only owned 3 cars. And it's got 179,000 miles on it. It's in perfect shape. I want to keep it that way. I don't want to put a bunch of wear on it needlessly. And LA driving is tough. It's rough on people and cars. And, you know, I don't know the area that well here, so. Anyways. The real SG. I thought it was the real 5G network. Thank you. Cool. Yeah, well, we're getting by. It's a challenge. Film work, that's what I work in normally throughout the year in LA. But now film work is mostly gone. And my mom still works at the school cafeteria, but she's partly worried about if they're going to keep her there. They can't fire her. She's got like a secure position, but if they, for whatever reason, stop operations where they're not having school, by the way, in Arlington. What they're doing, they're going to have it all online, but she's still working in the cafeteria because they hand out food to the families, and she's still paid there, so that's good. But she's getting a second job because she needs the money. She's got huge real estate taxes there, homeowners insurance bills. They're just massive bills of thousands and thousands of dollars. And my dad's not there anymore. My dad died last December, so she really needs the help. Oh, I do tons of squats. I actually do a lot of burpees, and it's worn me out to where today I finally had to take a break on them because I've been doing so many burpees the last few weeks and months, like thousands of burpees. And I tried doing some squats today. I'm just worn the hell out. And also, I'm only getting like 70 grams of protein a day. And, if I'm working out every day, and for my body weight and stuff, I should be getting a lot more, but I don't want to gain weight, and I don't have the money for the stuff that, protein shakes, basically. And I'm not super concerned with gaining muscle right now anyways. It is kind of crappy that I can't go to a gym or I don't have a place for weights, because then I could do different workouts. With body weight, you're limited to basically push-ups, squats. I do a back workout with the chain link fence at the park where I squat down, I lean back, I put my fingers in the fence, I have my gloves on because it would hurt, and I pull myself forward. So that's like a back workout. It's really good. So I do those too. And also they have pull-up and dip bars, so I've been doing more of those lately. I started doing those again. But yeah, you're limited when you're doing it. 50 sets of 50 push-ups tomorrow. That's like 2,500 push-ups. That's like prison level push-ups, because there are prisoners who will do like 1,200 push-ups a day or something. Thanks, the real SG. I appreciate it. Yeah, my dad was 88. He had a stroke, and yeah, it's just it's unfortunate. And it happened 3 weeks after I fell into my dissociative disorder again, so it was a real tough time overall for me. And I don't even like to think about it, It's tough because as I get out of my dissociative disorder, it hits me more the reality of my dad. My dissociative disorder made me very numb, so actually, in a way, it came at a good time, so that didn't just devastate me too much. But, yeah, at least he didn't have a lot of pain. He just, my mom was there at his last moments. She held up the phone so I could say my goodbyes to him at the hospital, and he seemed very comfortable to the end, so... He had a stroke, and then he was sick for a week, and then he had an infection, and he didn't recover, and he died from that. But my mom said he wasn't even scared to death. She said, "Oh, please, Marco, I don't want you to die," or whatever. And she said he was totally no big deal. But he's like, "Oh, come on, like I can't be here forever." So, that's kind of the best way to go, I guess. I don't want to get into the whole dissociative disorder story now. It's a long thing to explain, but you can look back through my previous videos. Look up depersonalization, derealization disorder. I talk about my symptoms. Yeah, happy life. I remember you talking about your mom dying. Was it of cancer, I think? But yeah, your mom died about a month after my dad, so yeah, that's really unfortunate. But I don't like to think about it right now. I'm talking about my dad. Yeah, 50 cents of 50 push-ups, that's fucking insane. Wait, how many? 50? Yeah, 50 of 50, that's 2,500. No, I cannot do that in one day. I can do 500 push-ups. I've done that twice on video, or 3 times I did that. And actually now, I can do many sets of 20 push-ups, or more than 20. I'm getting much better at them. I'm getting my, strength in that. So I don't know how many, if I wanted to do, I mean, even before I could have done more, but it's just a time thing too. I don't like to spend all fucking day doing push-ups. But maybe I'll try and do for a video at some point like 700 push-ups. I enjoy Netflix a lot. I don't have it, but I used to watch House of Cards. I watched several movies on there. I'm trying to remember what. What the hell movies did I see? Oh, and I saw Making a Murderer. I didn't see season 2 of Making a Murderer. Let's see, House of Cards. Ah, shit, my mom's calling me. I'll wait for her. I saw some movies. Oh, and Mindhunter. I saw the first season. I didn't have it for the second season. But what else did I see? Did I see documentaries, or what the hell I can't even remember now. But yeah, I had Netflix for a while at Annandale and then my house in Arlington, the room I rented. Click like, everybody, please. It helps me out. I need to make more money. This is a job for me too. If YouTube can be full-time, I will do it full-time. If we get a goddamn support from the government in the form of like $2,000 a month checks, which Cori Bush, who just won her primary, I believe, she's advocating for. Hello, wouldn't that be great, so they don't have to go work for some fucking company that doesn't give a shit about them? I know a lot of weirdos don't want people to live if they don't work, but I'm fine with it. And $2,000 a month, that would support me and let me, donate to Sunspace and get decent food. Anyways. And it would let other people not have to work their crappy jobs where they're at risk of getting the Trump flu, the Trump virus. Yeah, I'm trying to be full-time at YouTube if I can. That would be great, and I'd be really glad to do it. At some point, I'd want to film with my mommy. I want her out here. I don't want to go to Virginia. But we wanted to this summer, and it was sort of, she was seriously thinking about it. It was a matter of money and time and stuff. But that was up until the Trump virus hit. And now, obviously, it's just not safe, and I don't have much money, and we don't have really anywhere we can go. Like, whereas before, I would have taken her to shows. The Satellite in L.A., where I saw Neil Hamburger. I saw, what is his name, Jack Benjamin or something, what a hilarious comic. I can't remember his name, I'm messing it up. Tim Heidecker, Brandon Wardell, who I knew from Virginia. Jamel Johnston, also knew from Virginia. The Satellite is no longer doing live shows. Well, they stopped for the pandemic, the Trump pandemic, but also now they announced they're just converting their place into basically a full restaurant, and because they can't afford to have this space taken up by the stage. So they're removing the stage, and it's just going to be an area for food service, basically. Sucks, it's sad. That was a great place. I would have loved to take my mom there in Silver Lake. Beautiful area. Way too expensive for me. Too many hills. I don't want to live in hills. But I don't like driving up hills and parking this fucking jalopy of a car in hills because the struts are worn on the car. So it always fucking scares me when I stop the car, pull the emergency brake, and it rocks a little bit. I'm like, oh fuck, I hope I didn't park car close to the car behind me and it bumps into it. You just looked up live stream and this is the video that came out? That's awesome. JJ, please subscribe. It's going to help me a lot. And yeah, so I'm looking for jobs, but I'm also looking for, I'm trying to make money on YouTube, and that's partly why I do this. I want it to be entertaining and all, and it kind of helps me. It depends sometimes, I think maybe it's not good for my dissociative disorder to talk so much. But, yeah, I have to do some business. Oh, and I gotta brush my teeth, too. I always brush my teeth at least twice a day. But yeah, we all need to support each other now, especially for those of us in the entertainment community. I'm only speaking on that because, you know, I know the entertainment community better than whatever. I don't know how other communities support each other, but they have to. But we got to support each other. So I've been doing what little stuff in entertainment that I can, including I edited 2 videos for Tim Heidecker. I don't know if you all knew that. Go to his channel. You'll find 2 remixes I did of Office Hours. And sort of unofficial. I didn't talk to Tim or anything. I just submitted them, and they liked it. He liked it. And the guys liked it, Vic and Matt. Excuse me, I'm doing some business. Come on, don't fill up. Don't fill up. What I missed. And by the way, I put in a bunch of LED lights in my car. LED light there, and the dash, and the gear shifter, and the air conditioning, because so many of them were out when I got the car. Check the lights on the dash and everything when you buy cars. I didn't expect them to be out because I test drove it during the day. So I didn't think to look closely at them. It's really hard to tell during the day, but also the trunk too. And it's so much brighter than those crappy incandescent bulbs. And it uses less electricity too. Yeah, I live in the car. Elena, yes, I do have, actually, I have free health insurance. I have Medi-Cal, which I have not used it yet, but I want to lose weight first, so I don't get some doctor who tells me, oh, you got to get on cholesterol meds or anything. But yeah, I really should get a physical, blood work done, everything. You know, make sure if I have anything that needs monitoring or attention to, that I get it. Because I haven't had a physical in over a year now. And especially with my diet and stuff in the car and everything, it's not good. Having this extra weight on me is not good. I have lost 12 pounds, but I got to get down another 40 pounds or so. Okay, it's getting dark, so I'm going to go to another spot. But yeah, it's great. California, man, $15 minimum wage and the Medi-Cal. That's if Trump and his cronies don't end up slashing everything here, trying to, you know, shut it down. That's if the Trump virus doesn't get us first. Which right now, LA is the hotspot of infections in the country, and California has the most infections ever. JJ, I've answered that in lots of old videos. You got to look back on older videos about why I live in my car. I'm going to drive to a spot now that has more light. I'll brush my teeth first. Man, there's 19 people here. That's awesome. I'm going to keep streaming if people are watching. That's great. I'm not going to quit. Maybe I'll get the next big donor. Toothbrush holder. Ah, I got my eye. I hit the bristles too hard. Man, I probably had 1,100 calories to eat today. That's good. I'm trying to lose weight quick. Shit. 27 likes. Click like, everyone. Helps me out. I'm going to drive to a new spot so I have more light. Also, I got this new Suave body wash. It's a big bottle. It's great. I got it from the dollar store, 99-cent only store. That's what it is here in LA. They have Dollar Tree too and other ones, but they don't have that in Virginia, and it's great. It's got a ton of stuff. It smells good. It smells like really cheap cologne, but for a body wash, that still smells pretty good. It smells like cheap Calvin Klein cologne. And I floss every day. Very important to floss. And I've had to relax my face so much. I get so stressed and tense. I clench my teeth so badly, and I'll realize after an hour, like, oh, I'm clenching my jaw so bad. Actually, I'm going to throw away my trash. Damn trash bags I got from the 99-cent only store. I didn't realize how small they were. Don't get the 4-gallon bags, get the 8-gallon bags. Phone hasn't cut out on this stream yet. That's great. Or maybe it did once, I think. Feel all this weight bouncing around on me. I kind of don't want to hold my phone up. I don't want anyone to assume I'm filming them. Yeah, I gotta make some money. Let's see. Let's get those $2,000 checks in relief to everybody and really piss Mitch McConnell off. No, why do those poor people have to get money? That's really offensive. Lindsey Graham getting all mad. They're making more money not working than they get money working. And? So they should die? Still 15 people here. That's really good. I'll keep it going as long as we got a bunch of people here. Alright, it's always good to get the trash out of here. Wish I could just sleep here, but I kind of wouldn't want to. You can't park here overnight. Even though I've seen people do it and the cops don't seem to care, but I certainly don't want to get ticketed for it. That's exactly right, Tufafi. It's exactly right. If they get more money not working than working, and they're barely surviving on what they're getting on unemployment insurance, maybe the problem is their wages are too low. All right. Make the screen way dark while I'm driving, because I don't want to be looking at the screen while I'm driving. No, I didn't brush my teeth that thoroughly. Man, but this car is awesome. Rides like a dream. So solid. Don't have a ton of computers, and sensors and stuff that can go bad. It is just really, really solidly made. It's a smooth ride. Yeah, it's a little bit lower gas mileage than on the Corollas. I have a 2000 Camry, but I don't care. I got the car from a guy who is a mechanic. He kept it in perfect shape. I brought it to 2 mechanics. The first mechanic I brought to, he said there's an oil leak. It could cost $1,000 to fix. I'm like, oh, this is awkward. So the owner of the car was right there. I was like, well, what do you want to do? If you can fix it or something, I'll come back tomorrow. And he's like, yeah, it's not $1,000. Look, I see where it's leaking. Let me go to AutoZone or whatever. I'll get the parts. I'll fix it. It's just a sort of a superficial leak. Sure enough, he fixed it. I brought it to another mechanic the next day. They said it's in great shape. He's kept it in excellent condition. I'm like, that's awesome. Bought it for $2,300. Paid $500 for the rental car because I didn't have much rental coverage. That's the cost creep or whatever it is you were saying, somebody, USDM, when you keep getting cheap stuff when you really should pay more to get the better deal. Because I saved money on my insurance premiums every month, but then when it came to get a rental car because my car was wrecked, then I only had 5 days of rental coverage. They extended it for 2 weeks because I had to wait a month for the check because it had to be mailed out from Georgia or something. And because my car is from Virginia, the title's in Virginia, I'm in California, so for some reason I couldn't just give the title over and they'd give me the check. I had to mail the title out to a Georgia office, and then they had to process it and mail it back, and it took like a month. So they extended the rental for coverage for 2 weeks, but they wouldn't extend it more than that, and it ended up being like a month or something. And I paid $500 for the rental. So yeah, that sucked. And I was a nervous wreck buying a car, but this is a great car. And I learned from Scotty Kilmer how to inspect a car when you buy it. And sure enough, everything I expected was solid. I ran my little Foxwell scan tool. No problems with the car, no error codes. So, worked out well so far. No problems with the car. It was overheating. I was really freaked out about that. Got a new radiator cap to see if that was the problem. Filled it up. Worked. Radiator was still full weeks later. So it was just a $7 radiator cap. It wore out. Audi was following way too close to the car in front of it. and ready to sleep. But I'll keep streaming if there's people here. Yeah, don't turn that corner too fast. Nearly crashed into me because he's trying to run a red light to turn left. And I'm in the valley in LA, so I'm in a part where the traffic's not anywhere near as bad as most of the rest of it. Man, all I can think about is that pressure cooker now, eating some cooked food. And I try and baby this car a lot too, not to wear out the engine and brakes. I accelerate gradually and steadily, I brake steadily. Oh, plane's coming by. They're a low flying plane. Here we go. Sleep Central. Some weird stuff happens. Man, last night it was freaking me. Holy shit, someone's screaming. Last night somebody was burning out their hot rod here at like 2 a.m. or midnight or something. It was scaring me because it was real close to my rear. And, you know, you can't tell how close it is to hitting me, if they're drunk or what. And they came through this parking lot twice doing that. It scared me. Alright. Yes, I do drive like a pro. I drive very safely and conscientious of how my car is, you know, the engine's being worked. "13 people. Lost a few on the drive, but it's okay. Click like, everyone. Helps the video out. I'm ready to sleep, but I'll keep going for a little bit if there's still some people here, because this is helping me a ton. Like I said, I need to make money. The big thing is my bank is going to be requiring credit card payments again after a few months of pausing them. So that's going to be the issue. In addition to, you know, it's not good to not have money. If something goes wrong with the car, that's a big thing. I've already had 2 flat tires on this car from hitting nails, and I was able to drive. So it was a slow leak. I'm like, what the hell? This one tire looks low. I filled it up, and I brought it like twice to tire places to patch up. Fortunately, they could patch them. They didn't have to replace the tire. But stuff like that, you never know. Also, if I'm in an accident, I got to pay a deductible. So, you know, it's just good to have money. And food. And being out anywhere. I would like to drive somewhere interesting for a video. I cannot afford gas anywhere. Gas is minimum about $2.95 a gallon, the cheapest around here. A lot of places it's over $5, or around $4 or $5 a gallon. But I always find the places that are like around $3, at least in the valley where I am. If I have to go other places and refuel, first of all, I'd rather do it around here, but if I have no choice, or if I have to somewhere else, if I'm driving a lot, then, and like I did that when I was working far away for a couple days on a film, yeah, then I'll get it wherever I can, but it can be $4 to $5 a gallon. So click like, everyone, helps the video out. This is part of my job too, so trying to show what it's like to live in my car and be a screenwriter, have a dissociative disorder, be in LA, be a film worker, and not have film work. But yeah, I'm feeling much better with my dissociative disorder. Even now, my leg is acting up. I have this spot on my leg that sort of flares up feelings of heat or cold. It is way weaker than before. That's really good. And sleeping helps. I was not sleeping much for a while because I always want to get up early, but I would go to sleep too late. I'm trying to get stuff done during the day, and now I'm ready to pass out, so I'm going to start getting ready to sleep. And, you know, just accept that whatever work I've done during the day, I got done, and do more tomorrow, because I'm really not trying to waste my life, you know? Stuff on the twigs and shit that poke into my feet. And I get up early, shower in the street. If you don't know, if you haven't seen the videos before, or if you haven't seen it in a while, I shower using water bottles in the street. I have a bunch of videos of that. I might film one soon, because I felt like I missed it filming them this morning. And I go to the park and work out, and I make my oatmeal in my little thermos. I can't wait to get a pressure cooker, guys. I totally let it go out of my mind that this was a possibility for me, that I could have had this thing for a long time. But, you know, I'm stupid like that. Where something that should be really obvious is not clear to me. I could fall asleep any minute. What the hell is going on with my life? need to have another trash bag ready. I hate getting them out the last second. I'm almost out. These things are tiny, 4 gallons, pathetic. I should have gotten the 8-gallon ones. And I think it'll be cold enough to sleep in my sleeping bag, which is good. I'm very comfortable in my sleeping bag. Ah, shit. God. Getting some weird pain in my hip. Also, traffic on the road here can freak me out too. You know, when it's real loud. And there can just be people here all hours of the night doing weird shit. Not normal like me. I just sleep here. And it would be nice to have a home at some point, just so I can get all this crap out of my car. Oh my goodness, I'd like to see my car for once, instead of seeing piles of clothes. And also, give my car a break and not haul around an extra 100 pounds of clothing and food, water bottles. Everything in it. Oh man. I gotta get something for my hair, either argan oil, like someone said. I want to see how that stuff works. I don't like stuff that's makes my hair too hard and greasy. Like pomade, that stuff, man, it takes like 3 days to shower that out of your hair. Or hair gel and hairspray, it's all makes your hair too stiff. Somebody said argan oil, so maybe I'll try that. And also, just money be good to find other places to film. It'd be great. Just go hang out. I haven't seen hardly anywhere in the last 4 months outside of my immediate area. Damn, I'm tired. So, what's everyone been doing? Is everyone still here still working? Or I know one person said they got furloughed. But do people have to, file for unemployment, or are you still going to work due to the Trump virus? Someday I'll be able to cook in a pressure cooker. Fuck, that'll be nice. I'll film videos of it. Pressure cooker. Why didn't I think of that? This belt I got is fucking great from Goodwill after my last belt snapped in half. Cloth belt. Why didn't I ever think of this before? It was the only cloth belt they have, because I do burpees in my jeans, and it wears on you bending over and stuff. It wears on the belt, I should say. And my belt just cracked up, split in half. Split in more than half in 2 different places, so it was hanging loose. It was really weird. It was ridiculous. Restaurants cannot have indoor service. Bars cannot have indoor service. We're not in lockdown in terms of like the shelter-in-place order like we had before, but Garcetti said he's thinking about instituting that again if it doesn't get better, which seems inevitable to me, because how is it not going to get, I mean, how is it not going to get worse? And all of California has the order that I believe that, yeah, no schools, it's all online in the end of this month or September. And yeah, restaurants, bars, salons, churches, gyms, I believe, are all shut down. And restaurants, again, they cannot have indoor service. So, which they should have never opened up. I mean, it was ridiculous. Yeah, it's tough on everybody. It sucks. I wish I could see live shows again, but it's not worth it. It doesn't matter. Yeah, it's nice to just be able to have people in my car and not just my stuff everywhere. Lay it out all over here. Hey, Gene. Gene, you haven't been here in a while, right? I seem to remember you. Been a long time since you've been here. And my question for you is, what were you doing that you thought was so important that you couldn't watch my videos and comment? Explain yourself. Oh boy. But yeah, I gotta find another job, and I applied for 3, but really I should be applying to a bunch of stuff. Anything that is close by, I do not want to drive far, and that I'm remotely willing to do. No customer service. So basically it comes down to warehouse work, although I am quite scared of getting the Trump virus, and car washing, which there's not a ton of those positions anyways, and car washing for rental car place or a car dealer, not for customers' cars, which they can be such a pain in the ass about. I've worked a car rental place before, washing cars, Enterprise Rent-A-Car. It was so fucking easy, such a laid-back job. Got to be outside, sit around, do nothing a bunch of the time when we didn't have cars to clean. It was great. You always watch but don't catch me live? Well, next time, try better. Hit the bell to remind whatever. And I'm trying to figure out how to keep my hair from falling into my eyes, because I can't afford a haircut, and it's grown long enough now where I'm like, let's just see where this goes, where this takes us. But it gets in my eyes a lot, and when I'm driving it can be annoying. So, somebody suggested argan oil. I've never tried that. I'll try that. Other than that, I guess a headband, right? That's what people, that's weird. I've never been a headband guy. I've always had really short hair, like almost buzzed hair. Think Ewan McGregor from Train Spotting. And now I've got this ridiculous, look at this. Goes down over my eyes. I used to absolutely hate having long hair. I guess I've gotten used to it, whatever this time. But it was so uncomfortable to me to have long hair. Maybe it was worse for me in the Virginia, the humid heat. But also even in LA, I guess it's humid in the gyms. I hated having long sweaty hair in the gym. I sweat like crazy outside too when I'm working out, but it just doesn't bother me as much. So maybe it's because I'm outside, because I'm less self-conscious when I'm out at the park. Even though there's the fucking weirdos who stalk me at the park and are drunk at 6 in the morning, and one guy was out of his mind, he threw a brick at me, it hit me. Oh, somebody just crashed. I can't see it, but I heard a hit. So maybe they hit a curb, I don't know. Yep, still here. Oh, good to know. Dollar Tree. Good old Dollar Tree, yeah. Sell packs of headbands. Yeah, that's good to know. All the fucking dollar stores around here, they're so busy all the time. I go the 99-cent only stores sometimes right after they open. There's a line to get in, and man, you got to get to the register quick, or there's a line to the register. And that's why now if I go there, I try and grab what I need right away, and there's still 3 or 4 people in front of me. But maybe I'll do that soon. Now that I got my food stamp card, I'll get my canned fish there, because grocery store sells sardines for $1.29 a pack. Fucking $1.29. And you can get the same kind for $1, and herring and mackerel at the 99-cent only store. So maybe I'll go there. It's just that it's so busy there. I hate it when there's a line. Fuck those lines. But I also probably seem like a weirdo when I keep walking around in the back of the store for 20 minutes waiting for the line to go down. Yeah, well, there's a bunch of people here, so I'll stay on as long as there's people here, I guess. I don't know. I gotta sleep at some point. It's really important for me to sleep. It's most important for my dissociative disorder. I don't care about being tired in a way. I've gotten the willpower where it just doesn't bother me to be tired, because I'm so, focused on screenwriting and exercising and getting up early. I gotta get up early. I hate sleeping in. But, what was I saying? Oh, I get too manic if I don't sleep, and it messes with my dissociative disorder. My mind recovers better when I sleep, and also my muscles too. I gotta recover better for my workouts, because I've been barely able to get up burpees the last few days, even though I used to be able to do a ton more. And I guess partly that's because I was eating more, but I know I gotta sleep more. I've been getting like 4 or 5 hours of sleep for a couple nights. And yeah, definitely not enough protein, but I can't afford the supplement shakes, and I can't afford regular food, and I don't want to eat a bunch of calories anyways, and get a bunch of calories when I get protein. And I'm trying to lose all this weight on me. Look at this. I want to put up my sun visor, but the light from the street lights is coming through, so you're not going to be able to see me that well if I put it up. It's the hobo's dilemma. The live streaming hobo's dilemma. Weird stuff. Weird noises. I've been living in my car for about 21 months now. October 31st, 2018, I moved into it. So at least August, September, and all of October, because it was the 31st. So about 3 more months. So 24, 23, 22? Or does it start at 23, 22, 21? So 22 months? Is that right? No, I'm at 21 months, because I still have this month, September, and October, so 3 months to go. Yeah, 21 months I've been living in my car, if you can believe that. But it's good, because I didn't know if I could do it before. Even when I thought about the idea of living in my car for a year, that thought scared me. Like, I was like, oh, that's going to be too much. Now, I'm like, shit, I could do it another 5 years. I don't want to, but now I know I can do it 2 years. And it looks like I may very well hit 2 years in my car. Because even when I get a job, I have no plans of getting a home or renting a room. Too expensive. Click like, everyone, by the way. Helps the video out, helps the channel out. I'm doing this as a job. Check on my phone. 56%. Holy shit, that's amazing. Oh, how do I take a dump? Yeah, so I use Sunspace a lot, but other than that, the park bathroom has sometimes the bathroom's open, and I'll use that sometimes, and the food bank as well. Yeah, and sometimes the grocery store. So But yeah, I try and use the sun space if I can help it, just because I don't necessarily know how long I'll have to take a dump, and sometimes it's a long one, unfortunately, especially if I don't eat great food. Sunspace is it's a performing arts venue, nonprofit around here in LA. That the owner lets me go in there and use my laptop and use the bathroom and stuff during the day. A lot of times, he's really nice, and I worked with him a bunch before the Trump virus shut down. Roll up the windows a little bit. It's actually getting a little too cool in here. Yeah, I'm getting tired. I don't know. I gotta sleep at some point, but I'll keep going a little bit. At least I'm gonna put the sun visor up, even if it's dark. Oh, shit. But it's getting about the time where I would want to be going to sleep. No, that's not too bad. Yeah, it's actually getting kind of cool. I should raise the windows a little more. Bad. All right. Yeah, and getting close to 50% battery. What the hell is that, Elena? What is that word? We'll let people round out their last few comments, I guess, and then I'm going to go to sleep. But thanks so much, everybody, for watching and donating. Elena, Lauren, USDM. Did someone else donate? I can't remember, but thank you if you did. Yeah, someone else did, I think. I can't remember your name now. But I appreciate it a lot. And I just got to keep doing this stuff. I mean, man, it's not the worst thing by any means. It's a little scary, you know, going through all this, and especially if I have to get a warehouse job, I am worried about getting the Trump virus. Really. So that's why I'd rather be a YouTuber or get the, I know that's weird, having my face cut off. Oh, mimir means to sleep? Because dormir is sleep in Spanish. Used to tell babies and young kids to go to sleep. Oh, I see. I didn't know Spanish as a kid. I've only been studying it for about 12 years as an adult. Still haven't gotten fluent. But, what was I saying? Yeah, I got to get a job, but I hope I get the car washing job because I really don't want to work indoors. It freaks me out. Even the car washing thing, it's not completely safe because I know if I'm washing cars, there's an office I got to go into and stuff. That all worries me too, you know? Scares me to death, the idea of getting it worse. I know most people recover. The vast majority of people recover fine, but, you know, the people who get it bad, first of all, you could die, and the symptoms can be horrible and long-lasting, extremely painful, brutally so. So that's why I'm trying to keep doing these live streams, and at least make videos, even if they're not always live. I worry about charging my phone regularly, but fortunately I can do that at Sunspace most days. If not, there is a place I can charge it outdoors. I'll keep going a few minutes here, I guess. Still got 12 people. That's actually really good. 26 likes. Can we get another? Has anyone not liked the video? Again, it just helps YouTube share it. I know you're already here. What do you care? But maybe not. It doesn't do a ton. That thing can last for a day or a day and a half. An external battery. I got to be able to charge my phone regularly, so which is what I've been doing. You know, like I said, at Sunspace, that gives me the confidence to do these live streams and not worry like, oh my goodness, is my battery going to be dead soon? You know, all that. Any last comments? I'm going to go. I've been streaming over 2.5 hours because I had one going for like 20 minutes before this, before YouTube just closed it. But yeah, I got to get to sleep, and this has been good. I'm feeling better overall today with my dissociative disorder. I'm trying to lose weight. Oh, I may as well put this down sometimes. Blocking the light. You know, my mom's doing all right. She's trying to get a second job, and fortunately, her first one seems secure. But you know, it's just everything's unpredictable right now. So appreciate it again, the support so much. I don't really know why these are so interesting. You know, why people would watch these, but I'm glad they do, and I can sort of get it. You know, watch someone you enjoy watching. That's all you got to do. That's really all you should do. Is watch people you enjoy watching. How many donations I got? Well, I got the 15 on YouTube plus your $5 donation, Elena. So 20, but YouTube takes like 30% or so of the YouTube super chats. So it'll be more like what, $11 or so on YouTube. So yeah, leaves it probably back around $14, $15. It may be closer to like $10. We'll see. I don't know, but YouTube takes a big amount. That's for sure. I've been stunned thinking like, did YouTube take over half my income? Like, what happened? You know, days I've gotten donations. Lately, it doesn't seem to be as bad though. I don't know what's going on. So now there's 14 people here. What are you doing now? I thought I was gonna leave, and maybe I still will, but I don't know who else is watching. I ran out of the spray-on sort of like detailing spray for my car that I used to clean it. I cleaned it again 1 or 2 days ago, so it's gonna get dirty again, and I can't afford more spray cleaner. But I do have a little money coming, and yeah, I guess the algorithm helped me out. No, I haven't been doing sleep streams lately because this phone cuts out so bad. So it could easily cut out within 20 minutes of the stream starting, and other times, like the last 2.5 hours, it's only interrupted like once or twice. But it might cut out when I'm sleeping. This phone, I have a really cheap Stylo LG Stylo 5 because my Samsung Galaxy that was like $700 broke completely. And everything about this phone is worse than my old phone, except the battery lasts a lot longer, but the streams will cut out inexplicably. Tonight it's been good. Last night, or maybe it was 2 nights ago, it was like cut out like 6 times, and I had to restart it. And the phone would freeze, and I'd have to, you know, unlock the phone again, and or wake up the phone again, and restart the stream. So it was really annoying. So that's the thing with this phone. It's like I can't reliably stream that long on it. It depends. I've been doing it all right now, but it just changes. So maybe it's the heat. I don't know. Maybe it's the heat during the day because now it's been cooler and it hasn't been cutting out as much. Maybe I'll try it one night and just see. Holy shit. I heard someone pushing carts into the whole row of carts at the same time that car horn honked. So I thought, oh shit, did someone hit someone? But yeah, I do want to keep doing sleep streams, and it's just I don't know. Maybe the phone is working fine when it's cooler. 'Cause it's been working all right all night. It's when I did more streams during the day, it would get super hot and cut out. I don't know if that affected it. So maybe one night I'll try it. But I've done a bunch of sleep streams in my car in the last year or so. Probably at least 5 or 6. I'm pretty sure at least 5 or 6. 7, 8? I don't know. I have the whole sleeping playlist probably in the description below. I'm pretty sure I have it. But yeah, I have enough sleeping videos to watch for days. Alright, I'm getting tired enough. Thanks for watching, everybody. I'm going to get going. Again, thank you for all the donations. Still haven't even hit 50% on my phone battery. That's great. But it is getting a little after 9. I'm going to try and get to sleep around this time. But, you know, I really appreciate it. And I don't know how long I'll feel like doing live streams. Normally it's not my thing, but maybe it's helping me mentally lately. I don't know. And certainly it's getting people watching, and people donate, which, you know, you don't have to. It's by no means necessary. I still do live streams where nobody donates, and that's fine. But it helps a ton when you do. So I hope everyone's doing all right financially, you know. Don't donate to me if it's going to hurt you financially, but I hope you're doing all right in general, because it's a scary time, you know. And a lot of people are facing eviction, homelessness. It's tough. I'm lucky I'm able to get through it all right, but it can still be upsetting for me. And overall, just keeping things steady, you know, and like keeping at my routine, my work and stuff. I'm gonna call my mom after this. She tried calling me during the stream. And yeah, gotta get a job, but I gotta be safe. That's the other thing too. So we'll see. All right, everyone. Thanks for watching.